So I'm going to take a few minutes to demonstrate and model a practice that I think might be useful as strategy to work with students on cross-cutting concepts and to also help you connect your course, but have the students doing the work for that. So I'm going to model that. So I would be in class. This could be an activity, let's say at the start of the year. It might even be one at the end of the semester to close it out. But if I was starting it at the beginning of the year, I would introduce the students to the cross-cutting concepts and simply write them down on a piece of paper or, put it up on the wall, so bigger than paper. And it would be patterns, cause and effect, scale, proportion, and quantity, systems and system models, energy and matter, structure and function, and stability and change. And I would keep them up on the wall all year. And as students finished a lesson, a unit, however I wanted to do it, and it could be different throughout the year, I would have kids work in groups and add evidence to those throughout the year as we found that. And at the end of the year, I would have my whole course. I would have cross-cutting concepts that the students had connected. Now, if this was a beginning of the year activity, I might have the kids do a preview of the course by having them break into groups or pairs and go through their text and look for these cross-cutting concept that they're assigned. So if I've broken them into pairs, I might have two different groups or one group for each of the cross-cutting concepts. And they would look through the textbook to find clues and context clues about what some of the specific cross-cutting concepts, how those might be exemplified in the course for that year. So that's just an example of how I might do that. If it was at the end of a semester and I'm just now starting this, like, oh, wow, that sounds like a great idea, but, half my year's over. It may be that I have kids, we put the cross-cutting concepts up on the board or up on the wall or even on a big sheet of Post-it note, and I have kids go through content that we covered all first semester and pull out cross-cutting concepts, examples of evidence for different cross-cutting concepts that we might have had in our course the first semester as a good review, or even having them preview second semester content by saying we're going to cover, if I was a middle school teacher, module I and L, or something like that. And we're going to look through those books and break into groups and come up with things that we think we're going to learn about for the second semester. So quick strategy. Again, the kids are doing the work. The teacher is not explaining it or defining it. The kids are looking through the resources and having conversation and reaching consensus on what that might be, and generating their ideas about what that did look like or might look like in your course. And then at the end of the year, you have a lot of connections drawn that kids have, and you can continue to build on that however you think might be best for your community.